God must remain in the center. God must remain in the center for several reasons. True mission is only accomplished by God working in us, on us, and with us. True mission is accomplished by God working in us, on us, and with us. These are three reasons why God must remain at the center. Before we even begin to think about our activity, let us reflect on these things. The essence of a missional community lies in intimacy with God. That is, God working first and foremost in us. The gospel brings you to God. The gospel is not only about forgiving you of your sins. That's part of it, but it's only part. God removes your sin so that he can bring you to himself. That is the point of the gospel, to bring you to God, to remove what stands in the way, and to bring you into relationship with God. And it is from this place of being with him that he sends us. Therefore, we cannot think about mission without intimacy with God. Now, it's a subtle point, but there are huge implications. We cannot be truly missional unless we are relational. And in this context, I'm referring to our relationship with God himself. There are many people in the world today, especially in North America, who claim the name of Christ and they do not know him. There are thousands of people who claim the name of Christ and they do not know him. There are many people today who do have a true relationship with Christ. They believed on the gospel, and yet they're so busy about their activity that they've never actually taken the time to look into who God is, to allow God to dwell in their hearts richly. Guess what happens? Something else takes the center, and thus it changes the mission. We become more man-centered, or we become more church-centered, or culture-centered, or whatever, because God is not in the center. There's a quote that destroys me, and I want you to be destroyed with me. I read it years ago, and I'll never forget it. Oswald Sanders said, "We slander God by our very eagerness to work for him without knowing him." We slander God by our very eagerness to work for him without knowing him. There will be no true mission without intimacy with God himself.